Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Japan. We have landed at Tokyo Haneda International Airport. It's 7:24 in the afternoon.
Last October 17, I flew to Japan from the Philippines to start a new job as an assistant language teacher under the Japan Exchange Teaching Program, or commonly known as the JEP program. I was one of the lucky participants from the Philippines to be selected as an ALT for batch 2021, and together with my batchmates, we began our JET journey. So here we are, Team Philippines. Our departure, after a whole lot of delays, finally happened. We have been communicating through our group chats for a long time now, but this is the first time that all Filipino participants from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao finally met each other in person. The process of flying out of the country during the pandemic was very stressful. Lots of paperwork and legwork needed to be done even at the airport. Since we needed to process a lot of things, contracting the virus was also something we worried about constantly because we wouldn't be able to leave the Philippines if we tested positive. But luckily, we made it through everything and here we are at the boarding gate just in time.
Flag ceremony po.
Saan maganda yung light?
Ay, mga photographer. Ayan na si Mickey.
Okay. Nice one. Okay.
Here we go.
We flew with All Nippon Airways, or ANA, which was the official airline partner of the travel agency that JET program provided us, and the whole flight was very comfortable and their service was amazing. I did have a little mix-up though with the travel agency about food preferences, so I ended up eating just fruit platters during the flight. The rest of the flight was really comfortable. They had movies, audios, blankets, and extra food and drink, so I guess everything went well afterwards.
ありがとうございました。この次のご利用お待ちいたしております。当機は羽田空港第3ターミナル148番ゲートに到着する予定です。今しばらくベルトをお締めのままお席でお支度くださいませ。ご搭乗誠にありがとうございました。
You made it to Tokyo! Hello! Ito na! This is... Preview!
So traveling pre-pandemic, usually you just have to go through airport security and customs, but in this case, since there is a pandemic, there are a lot of things and processes you need to go through, such as RT-PCR tests and some document signing before you can actually leave the airport. So we had our RT-PCR taken and we needed to test negative before we can actually leave the airport. So we waited for the results.
Ang lasa ng water sa Japan?
Definitely this is
Definitely
Japanese
ba?
mineral water. Right. Validated. Validated.
So after waiting, luckily everyone from Philippines tested negative and we proceeded to process all our documents, get our residence card, and get our welcome packets from JET, which we will be using during the orientation in the hotel during the 2-week quarantine.
Ang lamig! Nick, malamig.
Sobra.
Hindi ba prepared? Oh my God!
Japan is very strict with their travel protocols during the pandemic. If you've traveled internationally, you're not allowed to take the public transportation for 14 days and you have to also isolate for 14 days to minimize the infection. So with that, we rode a private bus that was hired by Jet Program, of course, to bring us to our hotel, which we will be staying at for 2 weeks to quarantine. So during this 2-week quarantine, we will also be tested 2 to 3 times before the end of our 14-day quarantine, and after we've tested negative, that's the only time that we can go out and return to the public. After arriving at the hotel, we had a short briefing about what will happen during our 2-week quarantine and the strict rules and regulations we need to follow. The Philippines is one of the hotspot COVID places that Japan has identified, so Team Philippines can't go out of their rooms for 7 days, even at their own floor area. So once we tested negative, that's the only time we can go to a convenience store or do our laundry outside. So basically that's it. I made it here in Japan and I moved during the pandemic. Next vlog will be about Jet Program Philippines and my quarantine days. Till the next video guys, bye!